Dear students, welcome and thank you for tuning in to this video with me, Dr. Loay Al-Zube. We are still discussing statics and dynamics and different topics, and we are in chapter 5. So we are talking about equilibrium of a rigid body. In the previous lecture, lecture 12, we actually talked about what is a rigid body as opposed to a particle, and what do we mean, what is the equilibrium of a rigid body as opposed to a particle, and we talked about constructing the free body diagram of a rigid body at static equilibrium. In this video, we're going to talk about applying the equations of equilibrium to solve for unknowns for a rigid body at static equilibrium. And also we're going to introduce a new concept, that is the two force members, and what are they, and how can we recognize two force members, and how to use them in analysis. So we're going to use these, we're going to actually benefit from the two force members in our analysis in the coming videos when we solve examples together. So okay, so going back to one step, we talked about rigid bodies, and we said that they're real life structures and they're not particles, so there's no single point of action, where the force is acting on a single point. So how can we construct the equations of equilibrium and solve for unknowns in such systems for rigid bodies? So the equations of equilibrium, we assume that the body is subject to a system of forces that lies in the xy plane, so it's a two-dimensional problem, or we call it coplanar problem. So you can see that you have this rigid body to the right, which is the blue structure, and is experiencing a lot of these forces, and we call them a system of forces. When we have static equilibrium, the net force and the net moment acting on the body should equal to 0. And we talked about this in the previous lecture. This two-dimensional condition can be represented into three scalar equations, so we can construct three of them. Remember, when we were analyzing particles, we were able to construct two equations. Now, because we are dealing with rigid bodies, we can construct three equations in a two-dimensional problem. So we have the summation of forces on the x-axis should equal to 0, summation of forces on the y-axis should equal to 0, as well as summation of moment around an arbitrary point O in the in or out of the system, or the rigid body should equal to 0. And we're going to learn how to identify this point to calculate the moment around. And as a rule of thumb, it's my advice always for all the students to pick the point that has the largest number of unknowns. What do I mean by that? I mean, let's say in this example that we're looking at to the right of your screen, it's point A, because point A we have AX and AY. They're probably reactive forces, and they're unknowns, and both of them passes through the point A. So I would like to find the moment around point A, because AX and AY are not going to produce moments, because there's no distance between the point A and the line of action of the force. So D is equal to 0. And we're going to use this in the examples that we're going to solve. So keep this in mind. If you want to find the moment around a point, select the point that has where the largest number of unknowns are passing through that point. That will simplify our analysis. Please note that these equations are the ones most commonly used. We have two other sets of equations that we can use, but we're not going to be talking about them in this video, and you can refer to the textbook for more information. Okay, so we talked about equilibrium. Now let's introduce the two force members. So what is a two force member? And you can see from the name implies that you have a two force member which is part of your rigid body. It's part of your structure or machine that has forces applied at only 2 points on the member, and you don't have anything in the middle. So in the cases above, the member AB can be considered a two force member, because you have a force applied at point A and a B and a point A, and there's nothing applied on the member from the middle. Same thing from A and B, nothing on them applied as on the middle of the member. So there's a special case that we can use to simplify our um, static equilibrium analysis using this. So how can we do that? So um, it's a rule. Our rule is that for any two force members to be at equilibrium, the two forces acting on the member must have the same magnitude, act in opposite direction, and have the same line of action directed along the line joining the 2 points where these forces act. So to simplify the equilibrium, this is point A, this is point B. We have two forces, they're equal in magnitude, opposite in direction, and they are aligned on the line that passing through the both points. And this fact simplifies the equilibrium analysis of rigid body, since the direction of the force are thus known along the lining joining points A and B, and we will see in examples how this work to our benefit in simplifying the equilibrium analysis of a rigid body in a static equilibrium. So we have 3 steps to solving two-dimensional equilibrium problems of rigid bodies at static equilibrium. So step 1, if not given, establish a suitable x and y coordinate system. And what do we mean by that? Actually, so what I mean by this is that you need to be able to assume that you have, to the right your positive x-axis and up is your positive y-axis. And this is how you establish your xy coordinate system. And accordingly, you assume whatever, if your force going to the left, that's negative, or a force going down, that's a negative force in the y direction. The second step is to draw a free body diagram of the object under analysis. And remember from the previous lecture and examples that if you have something called active forces and reactive forces, and support, the active forces are the weight and any external force that acting on your rigid body, and the reactive forces are the forces that we are going to assume based on the support reactions that we have. And the support reactions, we mentioned them in the previous video. You can have a roller, smooth pin, or a fixed support. So you need to be able to construct the free body diagram of all the external forces, as accounting for all the external forces, active or reactive forces. And you can refer back to that video to learn more of how to do this. The third step is you need to apply, once you have your free body diagram and you know all your forces and moments in all directions, then you can apply the 3 equations of equilibrium, which to solve for unknowns, and those equations are the summation of forces in the x-axis should equal to 0, summation of forces in the y-axis should equal to 0, summation of moments around an arbitrary point O should equal to 0. And as I mentioned before, this point should be selected in such a way to simplify our analysis, and I always select the point that has the largest number of unknown passing through it to simplify our analysis. So those are the 3 steps to solving equilibrium, two-dimensional equilibrium problems of a rigid body at static equilibrium. And I hope this is just a quick summary and review of the steps, and in the coming video we're going to be solving a problem to show how to get all this information together in finding or determining the values of unknown forces and moments and for a rigid body in a static equilibrium. Thank you for watching. Until next video. Bye.